I'm very pleased to be able to share some remembrances about the Institute's history on the occasion of its 60th anniversary. Michael Sidaro and I were hired to become part of the political science department, but also members of the Institute for Sino-Soviet Studies, as it was called at that time. We were the youngest members by at least a decade, and I was also the first woman to have her office in the Institute. And it has been my academic home ever since. Under the directorship of Gaston Seeger, who was director at that time, and before the establishment of the Seeger Center, we also had colleagues who focused on Japan, China, and Korea. After they decamped to the Seeger Center, we had quite a time coming up with a new name for the Institute. Fortunately, my proposal that we include Central and Eastern Europe in the title was not accepted, which is probably a good thing because the acronym for IERES would then have been IERES. So obviously a good thing. Under Gaston's directorship and that of Jim Millar and other directors of the Institute, the Institute has been a supportive and encouraging environment for me and has greatly facilitated my teaching and research on Central and Eastern Europe. This support has taken the form not only of research and travel funds, but also the encouragement I have been given to further develop our offerings and activities in regard to Central and Eastern Europe. As director of what was then called the Master's Program in Russian and East European Affairs, I was able, through the Institute, to bring a number of officials and academics who flocked to Washington in the heady days right after the collapse of communism in Central and Eastern Europe and the collapse, eventually, soon after, of the Soviet Union itself. With Hugh Agnew, I also received support to apply for and receive a grant to establish a student exchange with Charles University to forge good relations with that institution. This is an exchange that exists to the present day. I was also able to develop a grant that allowed us to offer Czech and Polish languages and some graduate student fellowships, at least for a few years. And later, I received administrative support to obtain a grant from the German Marshall Fund to bring several women activists from the former Yugoslavia to campus to take courses and also to do internships with local agencies that were advocates for women and were active on women's issues. The Institute has also been a welcoming home for several generations of graduate students who have made it their home base. It has been a pleasure to see the Institute move into new areas, including the expansion of what we do on what was once called Western Europe, as well as the new emphasis on Central Asia and illiberal studies that Marlene has brought to the Institute. And I continue to enjoy the opportunity to interact with Fulbright scholars and other visitors to the Institute, as well as with my colleagues who are more permanently here at the institution. So, in conclusion, my congratulations to the Institute for the successes of the last 60 years and my best wishes to all who are affiliated with the Institute for continued success in the future.